We do product reviews and also some tutorials. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and check out my ebook. It's going to be in the description of the video, so check that out. Also, guys, check out the video courses, sixfigurejourneys.com, and how to sell hotspot video course. So it's been having a lot of success, helping a lot of people. So usually when we go live, we talk about finance and stuff like that, but I haven't done one of these tests in a while. So you know what I do is whenever I have like a potential customer, I like to go to the area where the customer live at. And what I do is I have several different hotspots and I see exactly if it's Verizon or if it's Sprint or if it's AT&T. I see exactly what would suit that customer best. So today what I'm doing is I'm trying out a new company, okay? I'm trying out a new company and I want to see exactly how they are going to perform. Now this new company is good afternoon, Uno. This new company is they're using AT&T. They're using AT&T. Okay, and so I also have my Verizon hotspot set up right here. Which hotspot is this? This is another AT&T. So right here, I can get it on. All right, here you go. Right here, we have the AT&T, the new company that I'm trying right here. So I don't know you guys can make that out. AT&T, all right. So they're using the AT&T towers. This right here, that Cuddy right there, if you're familiar with the channel, you already know the secret sauce to this, changing the TLL to trick the towers into thinking that it's a cell phone to where you can get more speed out of it. And I'm good, Green Antonio, and you get more speed out of it, but you never get banned, you never get blacklisted or whatever. So if you haven't brought my video course, man, we're going to depth how this router right here is a game changer, and you can use it with Sprint, Verizon, or AT&T. So right now we have a Verizon SIM card up in there. All right, but again, I'm testing this new company out. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to just connect to it, make sure I'm connected to it. So for proof, you see that right there, that is the Wi-Fi name. Let's make sure that it's match up with the Wi-Fi name right here. All right, it match up, and again, you can see AT&T. So a couple of things I like to do, right? So of course, we want to do the speed test. All right, we want to do the speed test. See what type of speeds we're getting here. All right, I can tell right now it's bouncing off a tower that's far away. Okay, it's taking a while. Let's see what we got going on. See what it's going to get up to. All right, so it's about 36, 38, 39, 40, 44, 45. So 45 down and about 15, 16, 17, about 17 up. So that's some pretty good speeds, guys. So that's just the speed test is just the first test, all right? That's just the beginning. Again, my next test is going to be a Netflix test, all right? Go ahead. What's up, Tyler? Go ahead. Netflix. See if we can get some playing. All right. It's allowing me to play that. And one of the reasons could be well, let's see here. Well, there we go. So I don't know what that was. I thought one of the reasons could be probably the coding or whatever. But right there, boom, playing Netflix. So that's another test I do. All right. So make sure that it can do that. Okay. Now I want to also make sure I can go on like social media sites. Look, this is very important when you selling hotspots, guys. Like if you're not testing these devices out, it's going to be hard for you to have good relationships with your customers. So what I do is, like I said, I go into the areas to where the customers live, and I just post up. Okay. Now, if your customer have like a double roof, like a shingle roof and a tent roof, and they're not getting shingles, I mean, they're not getting signal, then there's fixes for that. You might have to use like a external antenna and run it to the device. But I'm pretty sure if you go into the neighborhood in their parking lot, in their driveway or gas station that's close by, you're going to ping off the same towers. And these is where these situations is to where I do the test. So all right, go right there to Facebook. Let me go ahead and check out my Facebook right quick. Able to stroll. Rest in peace, Uncle Babo. All right. So strolling seemed to be pretty good. Let me see something here. Picture of me and the wife Saturday night right there. Comments. Read the comments. Okay. Got some nice comments. Make sure everything load up. Okay. All right. Guard child right there. Okay. My sermon Sunday. So all right, so Facebook going pretty good. That's my baby right there, Roxy, my little puppy, American Pit. So all right, so I can navigate Facebook. Okay, on to the next test. Instagram. Instagram loads up pretty quick. Can stroll through there no problem. See how long it take to reload. All right, pretty good, pretty good. All right, now YouTube. Let's see if it can play YouTube. What I'm looking for is, I'm looking to see is how fast it's loading up. All right, how fast it's loading up. If there's any issues, okay. So the next thing would be, let me go right here to my page, my channel. Okay, let me just come right here. See how long it's gonna take to play.
Share the Christmas joy with Kinder.
Shopping but no credit card? No problem. With over 200 partner merchants from health and beauty.
All right.
Cereals, early bird, get the
I'm gonna
worm.
stroll a little bit and see how far it takes to how long it takes to catch up. So that's pretty quick, guys. That's pretty quick.
Hey, US back dollars, right?
All right, back out of here.
Cause that's like, well,
All right, so we know it can play Netflix. We know that it can play YouTube. We know that we can go on our social media sites. All right. Now, some customers, most customers, they're gonna wanna see IPTV. So let me pull up one of my favorite IPTVs right here. Go here, connected. I think this is their new app. See if that loads up or not. All right, that's loading up. Let's see if it plays. Uh-oh. Got the little wheel of death right there. Just spinning, spinning, spinning. It's not playing it. That can be.
God Anubis.
All right, there you go.
Would spare his life and let him conquer his enemies.
All right, so right there, it's playing. I don't want to keep it on there too long, guys. Let me load down the volume and see if we can check something else out. I don't want to get like that service is connected. The service name is Connected TV. All right. See, we can pick another channel and see. Right. All right. Channel loading up. Taking a while. But the thing we want to see, will it play it? And then what we're going to do, we're going to go on to another one. Oh, the floor mats. Actually, I have so that's not playing. So let's go ahead and try a different app. Actually, I have That's not floor mats I have on. I have some Husky floor mats that's designed to fit the car. But on top of that, up in here, I have I cut off some heat shields that you usually use in the walls of like a shed or something like that. I cut that off and put that down on the floor. I did that during the hurricane just because we had like a lot of mud and stuff to give it extra protection. All right, so that out right there, it played, but it wasn't the second channel I tried to play didn't. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm trying to do all this in one hand, guys. So bear with me. Let me go ahead and try a different app. Still gonna use connected. Let me just try this the second app. Okay, see if it loads up. See if it loads. And usually I have more than one IPTV service on the phone that I'm using. Okay, so let me just select something right here and see if it plays. Let's see what we got going on right here. And it's playing right there. Now it's the same service, just a different app. Sometimes it could be a channel that's not playing, that's buffering or whatever. You know, it could be that. So let me go ahead and see. Sorry to do this in one hand. Give me a second. Get out of here. Let's pick something else. Right. Boom. Playing, and it's faster. So apparently it can play IPTV. See, pick another channel. All right. Still got the little delay, but there it go. Boom. So not too bad, guys. So I know right now, this new method that I'm trying out, guys, I'm going to keep trying it out for a little bit. But I know right now, this new method that I'm trying out, so far, I'm able to watch IPTV. I'm able to do YouTube and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and check out the Verizon method because I want to compare. I want to see I'm still going to have the same hangups or whatever, or which one is better. I need to know which one is better. So I already know that's the Cuddy, so I want to choose the Cuddy. Make sure I choose the 5G because the 5G is going to be faster. All right. Okay, so first thing I want to do is a speed test. Let's do a speed test. Like I don't think people understand how much money and time I put into investing into just trying to find the next game changer, trying to catch the next wave. All right, so this is about like 8, 9, and this is the Verizon, have Verizon sim in it. So the other one give us 40. We're getting 11 down. Oh man, it was at 20 up. There we go. 11 down and about 23 up. All right, so let's go ahead and try that again. I probably should try changing the antennas and all of that, but I do that after I get off the live. All right, let's just go ahead and see what it can do. All right, we got 11 last time, so we're hitting at 8, 9, 8, 9, 11, 12. What's up, nephew? Tyree Gage, nephew in the house. All right, it looked like the upload is way faster than the download. Now, if you don't know the difference, the download is whenever you're pulling information from the internet. So when you're streaming Netflix, YouTube, and all of that stuff, you're pulling information from the internet. When you're putting a picture or a video on Instagram or Snapchat or YouTube, a video on YouTube or something like that, or Facebook, then you're uploading, and that's your upload. So yeah, that's what it is, Neff. So that's your upload. Now most people they want they upload to be a good speed. If you're a YouTuber like me, you want your upload to be a good speed, all right? But if you're a streamer and you want to watch IPTV, Netflix and stuff, you want your download to be good, okay? So let's go ahead and see if it can play Netflix. All right. So I know in this neighborhood where I'm at that the Verizon method, it can play Netflix, okay? Let's go ahead. Let's see if it can back out of here. Let's see if it can bring us to our social media sites, back to Facebook. See how long it take to load up. Strolling. All right. I know my client did this. My client is able to check out Facebook. Back to my site. Click on the picture of me and my wife. All right. About last night. Saturday night right there picture. Okay. My sermon Sunday. Play that. Scroll up through it. All right. Pretty good. No buffering right there. Can do that. Okay. Let's go ahead and try another social media site. Let's try Instagram. Boom. Stroll through there. No problem strolling. Everything loading okay. Bang. All right. So let's go ahead and try YouTube out. See how long it takes to load. All right. Load up pretty good. Hit that right there. See if it's gonna play. All right. It's playing a YouTube video. All right. Let's scrub it. The reason why you scrub it is, yeah, it's pretty quick. The reason why you scrub it is you want to make sure that you don't have any buffering or whatever, or little to no buffering. All right. So, and this is why I tell you, man, you can't just you cannot just do a speed test and put everything on there. On a speed test, you actually got to go through your paces. So let's go ahead and try IPTV service. Let's try IPTV service on here. Let's go back to connected. I'm gonna do like I did last time. I'm gonna try the first app. Well, no, that's not the first app I tried. Let me go back just to keep it fair. There was the first app I tried from connected. Let's see. Okay, signature. All right, it's playing. Keep it right here for a couple of seconds. See if you're gonna get any type of buffering. I remember the last one was at like 40 something, right? The last one's at like 40 something, right? This one right here is at 11. But this using Verizon. That's using AT&T. All right. So I just choose another it's hard to do this one hand. Choose all right. So look, you remember last time when I was clicking it with the other one, it had like a little buffer, but you see how this not buffering? It's right to it. All right, let's try another channel. Sometimes it could be the channels also. Let me see. Man, I'm trying to hit this. There we go. See how long it take to load up. Right, we had a little buffer, but there go it loads up. You be the judge between the two. Let's try the other app. Let's try connected other app. It's a pretty good service. This is my daily driver. Connected is my daily driver, guys. I use this every day. Go ahead, try the other app. All right, let's go ahead and find something. Watch. Boom. Got a little buffer. Got a little buffer. There you go. There you go, right there. Oh, it's buffer a little bit. It's buffering. Let's try another channel just to make sure it's not a channel. All right, it came back in on us. That loaded up pretty quick. All right, let's keep it here for a second, see if it's gonna buffer. All right, let's try another channel. And listen, it ain't no defeating this, man. This is live. So boom, that's pretty quick too. This is live, man. It's no defeating this. All right, there's go a little buffer right there. Keep it right here. Let's see if it's going to buffer again. And to be doing pretty good right now. Give it a couple of more seconds to see if it's going to buffer again. If buffering is the issue, bad buffering usually happen in every 2 to 3 seconds interval. So you be able to watch something. Now I'm not saying that buffering can occur 15-20 minutes apart. I say bad buffering usually happen within every 1 to 2 second intervals. That's when it's unwatchable. Okay. So yeah, man. So that's what I'm doing. So right now I have some more testing to do. But right now, if I was to go to a customer, okay, with these devices, all right. If I was to go to a customer with these devices, all right, these two are the same device. The only difference is that is the SIM card that I have in there. So this is the new company that I'm trying out, AT&T SIM card. And I'm gonna explain more about this company in a few minutes. Now this is my method. If you get my how to sell hotspot videos, this is one of the hotspots I recommend. All right, this hotspot right here, I can go in there, and even though this is getting more speed, um, I'm I'm limited to the software. All right, even though you guys know that this Netgear, this M1, you know this top of the line, this is a $300 device. This is the $159 or $179 device. All right, you can even get them cheaper than that. All right. I'm limited to the software. This software have been flashed. I can go up in there and I can change the settings and play around with the settings where I can almost double the speed that it was getting. All right. And not only that, but I can adjust this hotspot. What's up, Tim? I can adjust this hotspot to almost every scenario. Now you can see that this right here was getting 44 megabytes. All right. But you can see this was getting 11, and everything this did, this one right here done also. All right. And in my opinion, in some cases, done it a little better. Now, that's why I said you can't just lay up there and just say, let me do a speed test, get all excited, and say, all right, man, it's hitting 100 megabits down, but it's only getting 5 up. Well, what do your customer do? Well, my customer need a hotspot because they work from home. Let me see if I have something that fit that area that's getting a little bit more upload than download, because your customer is going to be uploading to the internet a lot, right? And probably downloading a lot from the internet, but I want to have that even speed. But if I'm working for home, I primarily let me just give an example, a hypothetical. If I'm waiting for a doctor, if I'm waiting for a document from my boss, off from a client. Okay. Me personally, I can wait for that document. It could be important. I can wait a little time for that document than if I'm trying to send something off. Because me, when I send stuff off, it's usually due that day. you know. And if it's due that day, I need to make sure that I got enough upload speed to get it. Now I can wait for things to come, but when I'm sending stuff off, it's usually due that day. What's up, soul bro? So let's talk more about this company right here. Now, this company right here reached out to me and they sent me 2 SIM cards. Now, I'm gonna tell you the pros about the company. The pros about the company is one, as he drank water for the dramatic effect. It's one, the company is AT&T Towers, right? It you get it. Everything you get with any other AT&T, you getting that. 2, the company, they have access to a data bank. When I say data bank, I'm referring to that they have access to accounts. They can set up accounts or whatever. All right. Those are the two pros, AT&T, and you can go straight to the company. And if you have any issues, you don't have to go to AT&T. You go straight to the company, and they can help you out. Here are the cons so far. Now, the reason why I haven't done a video on it, and the reason why I haven't included it in my hotspot series is I haven't had it for a month yet, right? So I want to test it. I have a question. If channels on my IPTV service play perfectly most of the time, but pay-per-view events have buffering a lot of the time, what that means is that your IPTV company, when it comes down to pay-per-view, they just don't have a direct link. They're not uploading their pay-per-view direct. So it means the individual or the company that they're getting that stream from have a lot of people buying the stream on the cheap. Remember, man, you get what you pay for. Just remember that you get what you pay for. So, for example, if you spending $800 on per month, if your IPTV service, and I'm just throwing numbers out there, and you spending $800 per month on your streams, those streams probably be good and stuff like that, but it might not be better than someone that's spending $1,200 on a streaming service and on their main sources, and 1,500 on their backup sources. Okay, so if they're having pay-per-view, it just means that they're getting it from someone that's selling cheaper. All of this come down to servers. The better your servers, the more information you're able to get out. The better your servers, the more information you're able to get out. Okay, so meaning the server can store more, it can handle more data, makes the server faster. So individuals that selling the sources, selling the streams, all right, they have to store this stuff on they have to store this on something also. So if they sending you direct or indirect, if they're sending you streams, but they have the bare minimum invested in their system, then they're looking to get a profit. Okay, so they say, all right, I'm paying X amount of money to maintain these servers so I can sell streams. That way I can sell it cheaper. Somebody else can be like, hey, look, we're more reliable, and so we're going to charge more because we're more reliable, because we buy bigger servers and more expensive servers. And in order for them to get a profit, they got to charge more. So just keep that in mind. Pay-per-view, sports like football games and all of this is a telltale. Now, let me say this also to people when it relates to IPTV and Wi-Fi and all of that internet. Don't tell me, oh, I got my download speed is usually 60 to 70 on T-Mobile. That's not bad. That's pretty good. But again, just remember, speeds are not everything. It's also the conditions. Okay. Don't tell me I got the world best internet. Okay, but you got a crappy device. You got a Fire Stick, first gen Fire Stick, but yeah, you got 1 gig down and 400 upload. Okay, if your device is crappy, then you're limiting the amount of bandwidth that can travel through that device. All right, because the device also plays a role, because the device also have to process stuff. All right, so when sometimes people also, your internet modem and router, sometimes they get congested with data, metadata, and you got to unplug and replug that also. So keep all that in mind. And another thing also is that IPTV service providers, whenever there's a big event, they usually have more than one stream. So if they have pay-per-view event, they might have stream 1, 2, 3, or 4. If one buffering, just go to the next one, because that means that a lot of people are going to be on those servers, and so they might pay extra for backups. Everything is not the server service provider fault. So back to this new method. So that the pros are with AT&T, and the pros are you can reach out to them directly when you have a problem. Here's the cons, guys. The cons is right out the gate. Their network is created for IP cameras. You know, I did a lot of security camera videos. That's why they reach out to me. IP cameras and like GPS tracking. Okay, so right out the gate, they're probably the standard package is going to be like 600 megabytes. Okay, 600 megabytes ain't gonna do nothing for you guys. All right, because we use gigs. You know, 600 gigs. Maybe I can get through a half a month. All right, because we touching on 700 gigs. That's what us being conservative. All right, let me speak for myself. 700 gigs a month being conservative. So for they like 60 gigs or 600, I mean not 60 gigs, for they like 60 megabytes or 600 megabytes, whatever it is. You know, it's usually like $5 or something like that a month. $20, you might get a little bit more gigs. Okay, but right now I'm in negotiation with the company because they said, and don't mind the ashtray in the hands. You already know I wash my hands all day. You know, one of those shaking hands and kissing babies. Okay. I'm in negotiation with the company right now to see before I do a complete video and before I add this to my hotspot video. All right. To see, because they told me they can do custom plans. So if I can get a custom plan that's feasible price wise, all right, at about, I can get 800 gigs, and if I can buy it from them for about $70 a line, if I can get it there, then what's up, Keystone? If I can get it there, then it's probably something I promote. Because if I get it from them for about 70, then I'm selling it for about 100 or 90. Look, my minimum whenever I get into a project, and everybody's profit margin is different. Whenever I get into a project, my minimum goal is to make $20 when I'm selling IPTV. When I'm selling hotspots, my minimum is to make $20 per person per month. If I can get more, then I get more. But my minimum is $20. And my philosophy about that, if I can manage 5 people, my first month, whenever I start a new system or go to a new company, if I can, Wi-Fi is worth it. If I can start with a new company, I can get 5 people the first month. Pretty confident I can get 5 people the first month. I need to make $100 profit that first month. Now the goal is to turn that 5 into 30, turn that 30 into 40, etc., etc., etc. All right, but I need to at least make $100 profit that first month. When I start off with a company in the first month, okay, full disclosure, I'm already in the red. The reason why I say I'm already in the red is because I'm just buying the service from them. So I gotta buy the gigs from them, all right? And then, all right, I gotta buy the hotspots. Okay. I want to try it on a different variety of hotspots. These things aren't cheap, man. These things like $299, $300, $400. It's just when you catch them. These things are cheap. But there are some hotspots that are cheaper, like this one right here. It's like 170, 159, something like that, 180, you know. But I want to buy it and test it. Now, I know what you're saying. All right, Tech, why you just don't keep hotspots around? Man, I try to keep them around, but I sell hotspots. So if I got a new customer, I'm not gonna go ahead and buy another hotspot if I got one right there at the house. You know, I'm gonna give them the hotspot that I have at the house, and then I keep going, and then if a new method come up, then I go out and I buy another hotspot. I have used Clear back in the days. I go out and I buy another hotspot. Now, the reason why Now I have my personal hotspots. My personal hotspots that I keep. It was about 3 or 4. But I'm not selling those. Good morning. Um, and I could use those to test, and sometimes I do. Um, like the cut is my personal, but I have an extra one at the house. I think I got 2 more at the house. My personal. These 2 I just brought. I just brought this one right here. I brought this one just to test out, which was $2.99, just to test out that new method. All right. So this one right here is I swapped out a more up to date Netgear with a customer. I brought a newer Netgear, okay, and because they was having issues with this one. After looking at this one, I seen that it wasn't a problem with this one. They just didn't know how to. I have the Nighthawk N1, but it lags when I try to play games on it. So I just realized that it was user error. The only thing I did was swap out a more expensive one, more up to date one with them. Okay, and they was able to get it up and working. So I took the L on that. Now, I really didn't take the L on that because they're paying me monthly. I'm making a profit off of them monthly. So as long as they stay with me, I'm going to make my money back. All right. Even swap, so no foul. So my first month, I'm usually in the negative. So that's why, and not to count the time, guys. A lot of things too. A lot of times, I'm talking to my business people. A lot of times, y'all invest so much time into stuff is that as soon as it get to working, I got Wi-Fi on my Note Ultra 20 Verizon. Nah, it's simple mobile. So you're using your Note 20 as a hotspot using Verizon. That's one way to go too, guys. Like I know people, I tell people, this is that. Hey, depending on what you need it for, turn your mobile phone. If you have unlimited tethering or unlimited data and all of that, with a good server that's in your area, excuse me, turn your mobile phone into a hotspot. Here's why that doesn't work for me and my customers, because a mobile phone, usually you can only have so many devices hooked up to that mobile phone. All right, and not only that, when you when you need to leave the house with your phone, what everyone else using. All right. So it's limited in the scope of the device that could connect to it, because the mobile phone is designed to do one thing, even though it do multiple things. It's really designed to do one thing, that's to make and receive phone calls. Okay. And when you have to leave the house, then what's up? So it just depends on your situation. If you live alone, then that's not a problem. No one else depends on the internet. If you want to have one device, and when you're watching Netflix or IPTV and you're using it as a hotspot and somebody call you, you still can carry on, then that's the perfect setup for you. Guys, look, this is why I go around and I try different spots for my customers. Is step one is because I have to know exactly what that customer want to do. What I say, do they need more upload or do they need more download? All right, that is why if you look at my it fades and cuts a lot on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess you're saying while you're traveling, you got to realize if you're traveling, guys, you're hitting different towers. You're hitting different towers. So that's why you got to make sure that the device that you give to your customer fits their lifestyle. That's why in my how to sell internet, I give you options: AT&T, Sprint, and Verizon. I give you options. This is why when I come live and I talk about hotspots and unlimited internet, unlimited data, I tell you guys, do whatever fits you. How is Verizon straight talk different from legit Verizon? You got me on that one. A lot of times, what happened is that same thing like this company. All right, how could I explain this? Same thing like this company. How could I explain this? You can use like even this right here, even this method right here, Verizon. This is not true Verizon. This is a company that's on the Verizon towers. So let me tell you how this works. So FCC, I'm gonna try to break it down. FCC is basically responsible for our airways. Okay. When Obama was in office, they tried to get net neutrality. All right, they tried to get all of that sorted out when he was in office. When Trump came into office, Trump FCC person said, "Nah, we're not doing that net neutrality stuff that Obama was trying to do." Now, what that means is that net neutrality, that the internet would be equal for everyone. They came in and it's like, nah, we're gonna monetize the internet. The Obama administration wanted to make the internet govern like a utility. Now, when it's governed like a utility, it means that everyone have to have access. So you can't charge individuals more or less. It got to be a fair playing field, right? That's the best way I could explain it. So just keep in mind, the FCC governs the airways, okay? That's frequencies and bandwidth. Now there's free frequencies. That's why if you go and you get an antenna back in the days, but now you got to get one of those HD things. Back in the days, you get an antenna, you can catch like free channels. You still can do that. You could go right now to Amazon and get an antenna, and you can catch free channels. ABC, NBC. You can watch days. Your soap boppers. I'm trying to think of one. Days of Our Lives, and you can watch football games. You can watch like anything on non-syndicated channels. Syndicated channels meaning like HBO and stuff like that. But you can I see people with those antennas, they get up to 100 channels, right? So you definitely, it's free. Those are the free frequencies. That's for the people. Now you have paid frequencies where companies like AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, they go in and they buy frequencies, right? The government offered auctions off frequencies to where they buying up space in the airways. Okay. Okay. Then they have their towers set up, right, to emit those frequencies, but they gotta stay within those frequencies. That's why people that do handheld radios and stuff like that do that for a hobby. That's why certain frequencies they can't tap into or it be illegal. Okay. So certain frequencies that AT&T got to stand, Verizon got to stand, they have towers. Sometimes part of that, the government say, all right, we're going to give you access to X amount of frequencies, but it's just like government contracting, but you got to give smaller companies a piece of this bandwidth, a piece of this pie. And so what they do is they form subsidiaries and say, all right, this is Verizon Straight, or this company right here, we're partnering with AT&T or whatever. Okay, we were Sprint. All right, we're partnering with Sprint or whatever. A prime example of that is AT&T FirstNet. AT&T FirstNet is that they got a contract from the government. Government was like, all right, we'll give y'all some money, some grants, and some bandwidth, and we want y'all to create a network just for first responders, nurses, firemen, policemen. Just for first responders. So when there's a disaster, that they have access to your towers first. Remember, towers are managed. You got paid customers. That's gonna when the tower get congested, paid customers are going to get access. Then you have prepaid customers is going to get access secondary. So let's say if I have AT&T and I pay monthly, I have first access to that tower when it's crowded. Let's say you have a prepaid AT&T phone. You have a prepaid phone, but it connects to AT&T towers. They're gonna let me in before you. If you have a hotspot, hotspot is last on the list. It's last on the list. It's called tower management. Last on the list. So whenever, if you're experiencing buffering in the middle of the day or a certain time of the day with a certain hotspot, using a certain service, it's because they have a lot of people on that tower, bouncing off that tower, okay, and they're managing you. They're not throttling you. They're managing you. They're going to let you get access last because you have a hotspot. Because what's more important? More important is they customers that pay every month. So FirstNet The government say AT&T, we're going to give you some money to, help your towers, and we're going to give you some extra bandwidth, frequent access to frequencies and stuff. But you got to have this program for first responders. So my wife is a nurse. Y'all already know I'm a chaplain with the local police. So she have a FirstNet phone. I have a FirstNet phone. During Hurricane Ida, man, that crap didn't work the junk, man. It was the same. It was the same, bro. So they got a lot of work to do with that. I wasn't impressed at all. That's neither here nor there. Okay. So they give AT&T more frequencies, more bandwidth, because of FirstNet. So FirstNet, even though they use AT&T towers, they're not AT&T. All right, they're not AT&T. All right, it's just a program, like a subsidiary. It's not AT&T promoting their main product. So you might have like Straight Talk and all of that, Boost Mobile and all of that that might use these different towers of these different companies. All right, it's just extra bandwidth that they have where they're trying to maximize their profit. So if I go buy 1,000 houses, all right, and I only can live in 900 of them, all right, I got 100 houses, all right, that I can rent out. I'm just using that as an example, and I'm gonna try to, all right, this lamb yap, this extra, this extra, all right, this lamb yap, this extra, all right. So I'm just gonna give contracts to other people below me, and that's how you get all these subsidiaries. So back to this right here. Again, the pros is AT&T method, all right, AT&T towers, not method, AT&T towers, all right. Also, the pros is you can deal with them directly. If something happen, you can go with them directly. It's not AT&T. If you know anything about AT&T, the old method, once they cut you off, that was it. You're welcome, Corey. Once they cut you off, that was it. All right. Now, if you get cut off or something, you can deal directly with them. All right. You try to reach out to AT&T first, and they're gonna say is that you had the SIM card in the hotspot and it wasn't supposed to be in the hotspot. So now their device or now that SIM card is banned. I see Apple Watch with Samsung phone. I see an Apple Watch with Samsung phone. You talking about me? Yeah, this is a Samsung phone and this is the Apple Watch, but I'm doing a live on the Apple phone. I have several phones. Because I have several businesses and each business get a phone. That way I can know why they calling. Okay. So that's the pros with them. The cons is right now they're not offering gigs. All right. They're offering megabytes. They're not offering gigabytes. All right. So again, the company main focus is for like when they reach out to me, they wanted to do for like security cameras. So secure. What about you, Verse Donald D. Nice? Security cameras to where you can put a SIM card in a security camera and you pair it up. And I told you guys this a couple of months ago when I did a live. I say if you are in the area, that have internet that's affordable, like where I live at, I can't just go sell people hotspot because people can get 400 megabits down for about $80 a month. Okay. What I look like selling them a hotspot for $110 a month when they're getting 40, 90, 100, right? But my marketing is bring your entertainment with you. So what I did in my community, I did a lot of Facebook posts of me in a car with like a little portable monitor watching TV. So that's how I advertised it. Okay. Um, I did one back in the days on Verizon Jetpack. Just remember, guys. it- Remember, guys, it's only going to be as valuable as let me put it like this: the hotspot will only be as valuable as the tower, the proximity to the tower. So if you have Verizon Jetpack and you don't have a Verizon tower close by, you might not get good results. So just remember that the proximity to the towers is definitely a main factor. But here's the good news, guys. I'm working with them. As soon as I'm able to find out their next steps, okay, and I can get a plan, then I'm going to incorporate that into my hotspot video, or something like that. All right, so just keep that in mind. But I just wanted to show you guys again. It's been a while how I kind of test things out and let you guys know that there's a new method coming soon. Look, if you want to sell hotspots or internet, um, look in the description of the video, get my video course. $150 can get you making $3,000, $5,000, even some of my students $7,000, $10,000 a month. That's not exaggeration. That's what they're making. It's money to be made. What I was about to say was when I started talking about how I started marketing, well, take your entertainment with you because the area I live in, people have access to internet cheaper. But you also, I told you guys a couple of months ago, is that you also can look at security companies, right? You can go right now and look at certain websites. I'm not going to promote any websites. We can buy some security cameras. Okay, doing testing and homework are a must. Correct, Donald. You can buy security cameras in bulk. All right, and you can take a SIM card. Okay, and you can basically go to like warehouses or farmers or people like that, and you can say, hey, look, I can set your security cameras up, and you don't need internet. All right, and you'll be able to view your property anytime, all the time. Only thing you need to do is get one of those little solar panels thing that connect to the camera, set the camera up, and put one of those SIM cards in there. That's what the company offer. One of those SIM cards in there, and now you can have people in rural areas, or you can have people that don't have internet at their business, all right, or just want to watch like their garage, or they have expensive cars stored somewhere. All right, you can watch that anywhere in the world. That right there is a whole nother business. I just give you a free game. It's a whole nother business, and you basically be paying $5, $10 a month. All right, $5, $10 a month. Okay, to keep that SIM card going to this company, because it's not going to use up 600 megabits or 60 megabits or whatever just for that camera to work. Okay, because the camera set up, it's only going to record whenever you have individuals walking by. Okay, so that's the business model in and of itself that you can use it. What I'm trying to get them to do is up into a couple of gigs to where I can put together a package and potentially sell it. Okay, so it's ways to make money using this stuff, guys. But there you have it, man. Again, if you want to get into the hotspot game, look into the description of the video, guys. $150. I get you to where you're making 6 figures a year. It's your boy taking the bathroom. Till next time, peace. Don't forget to subscribe.